Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi Britt, hi Wendy. Welcome. I'm super excited to be here with you for this session today. This will be my last live stream from India. If y'all follow me in my journeys and travels. Hi Amy, nice to see you. Glad you're here. If anyone is joining in, new or returning, would love for you to say hello. And also too, if you've been in my live streams with this topic before about overcoming underearning, money blocks, scarcity, lack, abundance, all of this juiciness. Yeah, I would love to hear your experience, where you're at. And this is going to be fun and powerful. So, and I actually have some notes and things that I'll be referencing. But we're going to give a few minutes to settle, to gather. Sorry. Actually, I'm going to draw a card as well to guide the session. Yes. Okay, so I am feeling like, first I was like, I'm going to draw one of these, the Work Your Light Oracle, but then I had a thought of light seers. So does anybody, what is your intuition saying? Hi Jamie. Or maybe it's one of each. I try to go with my first impulse, and then if I think too much about it, then I can get bogged down in thinking too much about it, and then I lose the impulse, and then I question. So we have hi Ashley, Amy, light seers, a couple for the light seers. Yeah. Okay, great. So, if you are new to me, I'm Natalie Speakman. I'm a spiritual life coach and Reiki Master Teacher and intuitive, as you see me going with my intuition right now. I may actually, an idea that's just coming to the consciousness of my mind, like now, that it's been kind of subconscious, is to do a live stream to talk about intuition and my own journey with my intuition, and how I've expanded, trusted, accessed. Because even that right there, what that little bit about the cards, like I could, I see a journey, I see like as that occurred and I saw my response and reactions, I'm remembering how in the past, how it would have been. So yeah, if that's helpful, I'll look at scheduling that. So we have a couple more light seers. Eliza, hi Jeff, J.E. Actually, I'm gonna write down on my phone, because if I might lose it. I'm just gonna write a note about that, setting up a live on that. Okay. So this is my last live from India right now at this time. My next live stream, I haven't yet scheduled it. It will be from Bali. As y'all know that follow me, I'll be back in Bali in a few days. And I believe I need to confirm for sure that I will be doing my Saturday Night Live as I normally do, and also that it's going to be with my good friend and fellow Insight Timer teacher, Alicia Bliss. So you can follow her here on the app. But I'm gonna have her on have a conversation with her and have sort of an interview with her to get her experiences, because she left the US in September and is on the journey, like the lifestyle that I'm on now, and just to, hear her experience and her inspiration that will be helpful for you all. Hold on. It's very loud. I have no idea what they're saying because it's not in English. Okay. Relax and release. I get to relax and release. Eliza, there's more than one Eliza. That's quite interesting. So anyway, there will be a Saturday Night Live. Stay tuned and just show up. I'll write it and write the topic, of course. So Alicia may or may not be joining for that, but we will do that in the next week or so. So yes. So today we are going to talk about overcoming money blocks, overcoming programming from childhood and limiting beliefs and cultural and societal beliefs around money that have kept you from creating the financial and material abundance that is available and possible for you. So we're going to dive into all things related to that momentarily. Before we do that, don't forget to give me a follow here on Insight Timer if you don't already. Also on Facebook, Instagram, check out my website, all that good stuff. I will be offering a group coaching program with the book Overcoming Underearning as the curriculum. Okay, so I stopped talking for a minute because I saw the internet dipped. So I don't know if I was frozen. So anyway, internet in India. Hi Ashley, you're a Reiki Master and a social worker. Wow. Yeah, I would definitely love to offer you a coaching conversation to support you in not being drained and creating what you want to create. That would be awesome. Reach out if you feel called, or anyone else. Thank you, Eliza. I was frozen. Yeah, so I know I have a little indicator here on the stream that shows the connectivity. So, yes. So don't forget to follow me, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. This replay and all my replays are available on my YouTube channel. If you fall asleep here, if you miss it, if you want to review it. I also have done this topic before, so you can catch, other ones as well as all my live streams. And when the internet's better, again, I'll be dual live streaming on both platforms. Right now, the internet does not support that, so I record this and I upload it as a video. So that's available if that's interesting. Bradley, hello. Yeah, so if it freezes, it's probably me. Hi, Kay. Nice to see you. So we will go with light seers. I just feel called, not just, I feel called to draw one card as sort of a message from Spirit to start to dive into our topic of abundance and scarcity and lack and our relationship with money and all that good stuff. Yeah, well, Eliza, it's not my last live, it's my last one from India. So, yeah, I'm back to Bali in a few days, so I'll be joining live this weekend from Bali. So, yeah, and actually, y'all that follow me know my lifestyle. I don't even have a room booked after like Tuesday. So I have like, it's just a big unknown. I mean, I know I'll find a place in Bali, but yeah, that's still coming together. Hi, Erin. Yes, I did used to be in Thailand, and it's so amazing that you said that, because actually my next sentence was about to be, just this morning, I got this call or just this felt sense to return to Thailand. And maybe I was having a mind to settle in Bali again, as I have many times, but I just haven't been feeling it. But I was in contact with a friend from Thailand, and I just, as I was like leaving her a voice message, I just was like, because she lives in Phuket, I used to live in Phuket for a long time, and I just was like, I really like Phuket. Like, I feel this lightness when I think about there. Like, maybe that's where my soul is calling me towards next. So stay tuned, because I don't know either. Erin, you were just in Chiang Mai. Awesome. Where are you now? Where's your base? Yeah, I've lived in Chiang Mai, have a lot of living time in Thailand. So let's see what this card says as we open up the topic today. Ooh, Magician. So the message is very powerful for you. Stop seeing yourself as small, and stop seeing yourself as a victim to your finances. Stop not owning your power and who you are. You are a magician. This is all within you. So any perception that your finances are happening to you is false, even though it feels that way. And I know, because I am you, and I so I'm talking to myself here. I'm not coming from some other place. I have, grown up with lack and scarcity and all that stuff, and I'm still overcoming it myself. And it feels like it's something that we're powerless over, that just happens to us, and we can't change it or do anything about it. Like, there's this sense of powerlessness. Can anyone relate to that? So what this is saying is that's bullshit. You are the magician. You have everything you need to create your financial reality and your abundance. It's all within you. You are an infinite, powerful being. You have all the tools that you need. So these little 4 sparkle lines in the traditional tarot on this magician card are the 4 elements of tarot: the wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacles. So that's what these represent, is the 4 elements. And those 4 elements are earth, air, fire, water. So, yeah, it doesn't have that specifically on here, but I know tarot very well. So you have everything you need. You have access to the power that creates worlds, as Abraham Hicks likes to say. So it's about owning who you are. What it reminds me of is this story, I've told this before and heard variations of this. I think Eckhart talks about it. There's a story of a beggar who lived his whole life like begging on the street. He sat on this box and he was destitute, he begged, and that was his life. And never had anything. And when he died and they took him away, they looked inside of the box he'd been sitting on his whole life, and it was filled with gold. So the whole time he was sitting on top of an infinite, a lot of money and a lot of abundance, but yet he didn't know it. That's what this is saying here. Like, you get to, and this is your invitation to recognize and know the truth of who you are. You are like that. If you are in lack, it's like you're sitting on a treasure chest that you don't even know you're sitting on. So it's time to recognize that and open the box and claim your abundance. And that can be scary because the comfort zone is sitting on the box and begging, whatever that is for you, right? It's comfortable and familiar, but it's not the essence of who you are. So, woo! Awesome, Ashley. I'm so glad that this is confirmation for you. Hi, Deanna. Yeah, Dorothy in the red slippers. Hi, Joe. Wendy, Amy can relate. Love it. So, actually, I'm going to pull up this card. Y'all know I like to do that whenever my intuition guides me. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there's affirmations that go with these cards. And I'm just going to read a couple things from the card. So the meanings are skills, natural talents, power, the ability to manifest your desires, cultivation of interests, having a singular focus, creativity, possessing all the resources you need, and transformational success. Look at that. That's the essence of what that example of, like, the beggar sitting on the pile of gold and not knowing it. You have these gifts. You have you are possessing of all the resources you need. So anywhere where you're like, no, I don't have enough money and I don't have enough skills, I don't have the right degree, or I don't have the right circumstances, that's an illusion. And the affirmation for this card, can somebody type this in the comments? I manifest the life I desire through energy and intention. I manifest the life I desire through energy and intention. So this is empowering for you. The invitation here is for you to own your power. So there's a couple questions for you to ask yourself. What tools do you have at your disposal that you're not fully utilizing? Where are you not seeing? How does magic appear in your life? What does it look like, feel like, and sound like? Are you sharing your skills and talents with others and using your magic for the good of the universe? Or are you shortchanging your potential and only using your magic for personal gain? So looking at giving and receiving. Looking at sharing your skills and talents. So this is just, you can't make this shit up. That's one of my favorite things to say in here is. So thank you, Amy, for writing out, and Eliza. And anyone else that wants to claim that affirmation, you can type it out. Put that on your refrigerator, on your lock screen, on your, reminders. Claim that. Hi, Susan. Wow, nice to see you. Elena, good morning. Happy birthday. I love you too. I think I've reached out to you. I mean, it's been a long while now, so yeah, check your Insight Timer messages. Jamie, yay. So let's get into, so that's like the intuitive message and very bold message from Spirit, right? So the thing is with under-earning and with, you know, this relationship that we have with money, if it's full of lack and scarcity, is that we feel like there's no opportunities and possibilities. Who all has felt like that in their life? Where it's like, well, I can't do this, I can't get a new job, you know, I can't, there's nothing here, I'm gonna have to go look for, you know, a job in this field that I don't like, all of those stories, or I'm at my ceiling, you know, monetarily, there's no way I can make any more. So all of that, all of those stories and limiting beliefs. So some of you can relate. Yes. Awesome, Ashley. So I'm going to just share a snippet of my story that relates to that. And y'all, if you've been around, you've heard this before, and you can hear it again. Hear it as if you've never heard it before. So I was in a job from 2008 until 2020. The same job almost 13 years. I worked remote online, location independent, digital nomad for 8 of those years. That was a long time. I was working online, I was living in Asia. I mean, as I am now, but I had, like, I was an employee, and, you know, it was not like this. And I had this idea in my mind. This is the only job I'm ever going to be able to have that's going to give me the lifestyle that I desire, because I don't have a degree. I have a good job. I can work the hours I want. You know, the pay's decent. I can live in Asia, you know, and be comfortable. I get paid holidays and blah, 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 and the job's not too difficult. I'm never going to be able to find another job like this. There's nothing else on the planet, not one job that's available that's like this one that I would be qualified for. So that means I have to cling on to this for dear life. And that's what I did. Even though I hated it, it was, you know, dysfunctional environment, blah, blah, blah. Every time I logged into work, I had a shit energy, and I went way beyond the expiration date personally and energetically. But I just held on to that because that was my limiting belief. I'm stuck in this. To have the lifestyle that I have, this is my only option. And so there was my definite, like, scarcity mindset. So that kept me stuck until the universe blasted me out of that job over 3 years ago, which is a story I'm not going to go into. But that's how I was. And now I'm doing this, you know, it's a life of my dreams. And also there's more abundance, and I'm ever evolving. And also I've been doing this exclusively for over 3 years. So it's been a dream come true. So just to give anyone hope, if you do feel stuck, like Eliza or Joanne, hi Joanne, that it was my mindset. So I'm going to read, so in the group program that I'm running, we are going to use the book Overcoming Underearning by Barbara Stanny as our primary workbook. It's a book, but it's got a ton of exercises in it, so that's what we're going to use. And so some of the things that I'm taking today are from that. So this is one. It's called the Problem Indicator Checklist. So let me know if you feel called to share in the comments. Which of these do you relate to? Number 1, deep down, I think someone or something will rescue me. deep down, I think someone or something will rescue me. I have had that. I don't know where it comes from or why, but yeah, always thinking for me, I would have the thought like, well, if I really needed this, I could ask my mother, you know, or I could put something on a credit card, or maybe I'll meet a man that, you know, is wealthy, etc. Like, has anyone else had those thoughts besides me? Thank you, Aaron, for the donation. So that's the first one. Number 2, I rarely balance my checkbook. Now, checkbook, who even knows what that is anymore? But whatever that means for your finances, I rarely balance my checkbook. Yes. Number 3, sometimes I have only paid the monthly minimum credit card payment. Anyone else had credit cards, only paid the monthly minimums? People are relating here. And this isn't about making ourselves wrong. It's just about, isn't this interesting? Isn't it interesting? Number 4, I routinely spend more than I earn. I routinely spend more than I earn. 5, I don't know my net worth. I don't know my net worth. Actually, I do pretty much know that. I would need to check it, but yeah. I love this Eliza synchronicity that's happened. How kind of you to share your experience with the other Eliza. So next one, I worry about money a lot. Who else can raise their hand to that? For me, that comes from childhood. And that's probably the biggest one for me, because as a child, my parents' biggest fight and main fight and fight all the time was money, 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 money. All they ever fought about was money. They had a shitty marriage, and yeah, so I grew up worrying my parents are going to get a divorce because of money problems. So of course, and I remember as a kid, that was the first thing I ever worried about. And so it's not making them bad or wrong, it's just a noticing of where this comes from, because when we have the awareness, then we can actually do something about it. I actually worry about money less now, which is amazing. So many of you can relate. The next one, there's like 3 more. I put off seeking medical attention because I can't afford it. And those of you in America, I would imagine, can relate to this more than other countries. Yeah. So we're not going to get into a debate about that. And also other countries, people also might have that too. Next one. I chip into savings and investments to pay bills. I chip into savings and investments to pay bills. And the last one. I have back taxes I've never paid. I have back taxes I've never paid. So, if you can relate to any of those, no. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit left on last year's taxes. I don't consider that as that, but a bit, yeah. So, okay, interesting. The thing is, when you look at the problem indicators, the good news is that, okay, this book, Overcoming Underearning, provides a solution. So if you can relate to the problem, then the solution will work for you. It is going to take you becoming a magician in your life. The number one requirement to create abundance, if you relate to what's called the underearning, the lack, the scarcity, is your willingness to be uncomfortable. your willingness to be uncomfortable and to do what you dread. Do what you dread and your willingness to be uncomfortable. Like for me with my job I was stuck in, oh my God, I would have dreaded, I dreaded to ever quit or be fired. It would have been very uncomfortable for me to look for another job or something. So I just stayed in this little stuck place. Yeah, so if y'all want to take a step, you can buy the book, Overcoming Underearning. If you want to reach out about the details of the coaching program I'm going to be running, because a big part, and so the book gives requirements for best practices for you to overcome underearning. And the number one requirement is the willingness to be uncomfortable. And to do what you dread. Also to enroll your partner, if you have a partner, in the process of because there's a lot of things that you will be doing. Hi, Andrea. Yes, Overcoming Underearning is the name of the book by Barbara Stanny that I'm talking about here that can help you be in the solution and create abundance. Keep your commitments is another one. Use disruptions to help you achieve what you want. Put yourself first. Deliberately shift when you see under-earning thoughts or self-sabotage. And then use reminders from the book where you can see them. There was another part somewhere, I'm missing where it is, but where it talks about the importance of community. Having, an accountability partner and better yet, a group. So this book was created as a result of Barbara Stanny, the author, doing workshops. She would go around the country and do weekend workshops on overcoming underearning, and then she turned that into a book. So that's where this all comes from. So it's a lot of practices and exercises and things like that. So let me check. So what I'm going to do now is read a list of characteristics of underearning and then abundance. So I'm going to read these, and again, if you relate, you can share that in the comments. Ashley, so you can reach out to me here through my profile. You can click, there's a link, or my website, Facebook, Instagram, all those places, Natalie Speakman. You can send me a message through Insight Timer. It's easy to find me. So yeah, and anyone else that feels called to reach out, please do so. So number one, see if you can relate. And yeah, Ashley and anyone else, I know it's late in the US, Canada. You can catch this replay on my YouTube channel within 48 hours. It'll be up. So number one, I often give away my services, volunteering or working more hours than I'm actually paid. I often give away my services, volunteering or working more hours than I'm actually paid. How many of you have worked off the clock? How many of you, if you have a 9 to 5, are answering emails after hours or are over available through text or Slack or whatever, and yeah, you're not getting paid for that? Number two, it's so hard to ask for a raise or raise my fees that I just don't do it. It's so hard to ask for a raise or raise fees, so I just don't do it. Three, I actually dislike money and or the people who have it. And we could have a whole topic on that, just discussing money. How do you feel when you look at money? How do you feel when you say there's a pile of money in front of you? How does that feel? Or when you see wealthy people? 4, I'm proud of my ability to make do with little. There's nobility in being poor. How many can relate? I get a sense of that. Now, I feel like a lot of that's ancestral for some people. And you can listen to my comprehensive abundance prayer and my premium tracks here on Insight Timer. I also have it available for purchase if you want to ask me about that. You know, this stuff, it's ancestral, it's in the lineage, and also it's within us, and you know, it's multidimensional. 5, I blame someone or something else for my financial situation. Example, my ex-partner, my parents, my upbringing. Blaming somebody else or something else. 6, I find ways to avoid dealing with money, bartering, credit cards, etc. Especially if you're a solo entrepreneur or a practitioner, or you know, a coach or a therapist or a Reiki practitioner or anything. Any bartering that happens. Now, you know, it's appropriate if you're just starting out. I mean, because I coach people on starting coaching, their coaching business and things. So, you know, it's logical to start there, if that makes sense. And also making the leap into charging it all and then raising fees. You know, it's a journey and it's got to be done. Or putting things on credit cards, because that doesn't feel like money somehow. For me, that's been the case. I tend to sabotage myself at work, apply for jobs I'm not qualified for or are low paying, stop short of reaching my goals, change jobs a lot. I've done that in the past. I work very, very hard, long hours, several jobs, or I go into excess and then collapse. Like 20 years ago, I had 3 jobs at once. I had my own business, I was a waitress, and I worked for my mother. I fill my free time with endless chores and tasks. So that's a form of avoidance. Hi Monica, hi Gary. Anyone else relate to that? I am in debt with little savings and no idea where my money is going. Ooh. I am in debt with little savings and no idea where my money is going. Hi, Lisa Nanda. So I'm reading a list of characteristics of underearning and abundance from the book Overcoming Underearning by Barbara Stanny. I have a family history of debt and or underearning. I have a family history of debt and or underearning. I can relate. So of course, if you grew up with a mindset like that, then it would naturally perpetuate. Amy, you know where you're in debt with no savings, and also you know where your money is going. So that's great. This is not about like shaming and making ourselves wrong, as I said. It's about, if you can relate to this, that means that you're probably an underearner, which means that there is a solution for you. I am vague about my earnings, overestimate or underestimate income, see gross, not net. Any sense of any vagueness around debt? Where's the money going? I continually put others' needs before my own. So this book talks about codependency, also in low self-esteem being at the root of underearning. So that's definitely codependency. I continually put others' needs before my own. Now, there's a difference between giving from our overflow and giving because our cup is full and giving because we are, it lights us up, versus giving from a place of codependency or putting others' needs before our own, etc. I am frequently in pain or stress around money. Recognition and praise are more important to me than money. Ooh, Britt can relate. So I get to take a 1-minute bathroom break and then I'm going to read the rest of the list. So that list, what does it say? If you picked 2 or more from that list, you're probably earning less than your potential despite your efforts and or desire to make more. So this is actually a document that I've created. I can share with you if you want to send me your email address. I can share this. I put it into a format for you. So send me a message. If you comment here, I'm not going to be able to respond in that way. So I need you to reach out to me in a message. That's the only way I can keep up. So I'm going to take a 1-minute bathroom moment. Hi, June. So the book is called Overcoming Underearning, and I will be back and I'll finish the list. So the list is going to flip to the opposite, and some other some affirmations in just a second. Okay, I'm coming back. My little scarf back on. Thank you for the donation, Susan. And I know a couple others have donated. Thank you, Elena, for the book. So I just read the characteristics of underearning, and now I'm going to finish the list of abundance. I don't know what to call it, but characteristics of abundance mindset. I am confident in my ability to make money. I always live below my means. I love money and appreciate what it does for me. So just like the ones before, which one of these can you relate to, or which ones of these? I am very optimistic about my financial future. I experience little fear or insecurity around money. I am determined to get paid what I am worth. I am passionate about my work. I have very supportive and nurturing relationships, including my spouse or partner. I like wealthy people. I have little or no credit card debt. I intentionally get myself into situations beyond my ability and then rise to them. I am resilient and able to bounce back when I fall. I am filled with gratitude for the success I have achieved. I work very hard, but I know I don't have to do everything myself. I know how to delegate and set limits. And the last one, I am tenacious in achieving my goals. So the list is divided into two parts. So that last part, if you pick two or more from there, then you're likely in the upper income brackets of your profession or industry, or you should be. And are you ready to go even higher? So you can create affirmations. I mean, those were affirmations as you heard me read them. You can write them down, repeat them, say them out loud until you begin to believe them. So if you can relate to anything around any of these, this topic, then you're in the right place. And it's going to require you to own your power, to see things differently, to look into your reality and see and look for possibility and opportunity instead of looking to where it's not going to work or it's too hard or it can't be done, to switch from a victim to an empowered mindset, to instead of I can't or it's too hard or whatever it is, to change to how can I do this? What's possible? How can I make this work? Because it's so easy from the under-earning perspective to just be in a victim mindset about it and think this is happening to me. It's not true. Everything comes from within here. So if you consider your current relationship with money and your life up until now, what are your results? The mindset and the actions that you've taken up until now, the results you have are a result of your mindset and your actions. So look at what's worked and what's not worked. There's things that are working. If you have a place to live, have food on the table, have money coming in some way, or have savings or whatever, look at what's working and acknowledge that you also did that, and then also look at what's not working and what hasn't worked up until now. And then you want to look at, and this is definitely, the door just opened because of the wind back there. I might have to take care of that, we'll see. You want to look at your limiting beliefs around money. It's bad, it's not spiritual to have money. Money is not spiritual. I don't deserve it. I'm not good enough. Money's for other people. Wealth is for other people. It's not for me. It can't happen for me. It's too hard. I don't have the right skills or personality or upbringing or whatever. So I have also created a rapid transformational hypnotherapy recording specially designed for practitioners, solopreneurs, anyone with their own business, or like a coach, Reiki practitioners or therapists, counselors, anyone who works like one-on-one or even has a small business that works, by receiving money from people in that way. I've created a really powerful rapid transformational therapy recording that I am offering for sale now. It's finalized, it's ready. I just sold my first one yesterday, sent it to them today. And this person is like a Reiki practitioner that wants to up their fees. and create more financial abundance in their life. So that's going to be perfect for them. I also included a bonus of the comprehensive abundance prayer that's in my premium tracks here. So I will offer that to anyone. If that resonates with you, you can reach out, ask me about that. Susan, I want lots of money. I love it. A breakthrough I had around this topic a few years ago, I'll always remember, was creating the statement and the affirmation, I deserve lots of money. I was doing some inner child work and healing of limiting beliefs around money from childhood. And I saw the opposite, and I had a memory come up, of when I was a child. So I came up with the affirmation, I deserve lots of money. Lots of money. And it was so foreign and uncomfortable to consider that at first. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having lots of money or wanting lots of money or feeling I'm deserving of lots of money. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, Jamie, I deserve lots of money. It feels so empowering. Because it's you, and anyone who's saying this and thinking this, it's you taking your power back. It's you becoming and remembering you're the creator of your own reality. And if it's gonna be, it's up to me. Nobody's coming to save you. You're the only one that can do this. You are the one you've been waiting for. And that's true for all of your healing. Are you willing to be uncomfortable? Seriously. So this book, Overcoming Underearning, talks about the fear, like if you get afraid about the idea about doing something, like asking for a raise, the fear is not the indicator to not do the thing. The fear is the indicator to do the thing. So you've got to start looking at fear as your indicator to take the action, because in under-earning and lack of abundance and scarcity, it's the opposite. I actually just had a coaching client this morning who they are wanting to negotiate some new terms with their job, and they were saying, so I asked them, I'm like, okay, what's your ideal? If you can have whatever you want, your dream situation with your job right now, what is that? Let's get clear on that first. So they listed out, I would want this, I would want this, I would want this. And I said, ignore anything else that's like, you can't have that, or they'd never say yes. Ignore anything like that. What do you want? Write that down. And then ask to have a conversation. Because how many of you have had this happen? Like you think, let's just say a raise, for example. Oh, I want to ask for a raise, but they're going to say no, so I won't even ask. How many of you give yourself a no before you get the no outside? So this is what was happening with my client. So I was like, look, you're giving yourself a no already. Might as well at least ask and give them the chance to say no instead of squashing it before you even try. That's such a typical under-earning thing. And then they were going to ask, like, oh, is it okay if we do this? Or can we do this thing? And I said, you're not going in there to ask for permission. You're going in there to negotiate. Asking permission is coming from a very disempowered place. You are a valuable asset to your job. This person's like a six-figure, amazing person, in all ways and all levels. They have value in their negotiating power. So I help them remember this is them. You're not going in, oh, is it okay, blah, blah, blah. No, you're going in with the idea that I am valuable. I am equal, if not higher. And because they've already worked for the company 2 years and they love them and all that. So I said, you figure out, get clear on what your optimal situation is. You go in with the mindset, I'm valuable, I'm powerful, and I deserve, what I want. And go in with the mindset of, I'm negotiating here. I'm not asking, is it okay? That's the underearner. So they were scared. They were like, I have anxiety just thinking about doing that. And I said, well, are you willing? Are you willing? And they said yes. So there it is right there, the willingness to be uncomfortable, the willingness to feel the fear, and that action to negotiate and open up a conversation about renegotiating their job description is the thing to do because they feel the fear. Totally, Amy. Yeah. Joe. So, yeah, I mean, Amy, I see you, and thank you for sharing that. And, there are possibilities, and, in the context of this live stream, like, I can just say, get into possibility, whatever that looks like for you. And a one-on-one conversation, that's where we could dive deeper into details. So we're already coming to an hour in, and there's still more to go here. So a question I want you to consider, all of you here, if you can relate to any and all of this. If nothing changes, are you willing to re-experience the past? If nothing changes, are you willing to re-experience the past? So this speaks to being in your comfort zone, and is it uncomfortable enough for you to take action and do something different? And if not now, when? How much longer are you willing to tolerate your financial situation as it is? And it's going to take your willingness to be uncomfortable as the number one indicator of your success in overcoming underearning. So one of the defining truths that the book talks about is no one is doing this to you. It can really feel like that, as I've said, and I've felt like that too. I am doing this to myself, which is the good news, because that means I can change it. I have the ability to change it if this is something that I'm doing to myself. I am the only one holding myself back. It's going to take, how willing are you to be uncomfortable? Are you interested or are you committed? Yes. This is a really fun question to consider. Why will you let yourself make what you want? Why will you let yourself make what you want? Ooh, that kind of opens up some different pathways. And it's time to make more money. It's time to make more money. Under-earning is no longer an option. So these are the energies and the statements and the affirmations. If you are resonating and vibing with, then that's a good indicator that you're willing that you've had enough. Because it's not going to be easy. It's just what I'm reminded of. Y'all that know me know I've been in alcohol and drug addiction recovery for 25 years. It's the same thing there. The willingness that it takes for somebody to give up an addiction and change, it's massive. And really, this is like an addiction to under-earning and to playing small and to staying safe, into low self-esteem and low self-worth and being in victim mindset and mentality and disempowerment and staying small and safe. What I'm reminded of is the magician. If you draw this card upside down, that's all of those energies. I'm actually going to look at what those are. So the under-earner, the magician in reversed, unused potential. That's why it hurts so much. Unused potential, latent talents, unused talents, questionable intentions, selfish or self-destructive actions, self-sabotage. A need to focus energy, blocked creative energy, illusion, manipulation, a need to bolster your confidence. So if any of these are present, that's like the under-earner. This is the overcomer and the powerful and tender. I think for my coaching program, if y'all missed it, I'm going to be running a program on overcoming under-earning, a 6-week group coaching program starting soon. This card is going to be like the intention. We're going to start the journey with the energies of this card. It's so perfect. Yeah. So it's time to make more money. Hi, Chris. Hi, Trisha. As I said earlier, fear means whatever you're feeling afraid about, as I gave the example of my coaching client this morning, the fear of having the conversation about renegotiating their job description, and they were afraid. The fear means this is not something to avoid, but something to approach. You've got to shift your mindset there. The fear means it's something to approach. The other affirmation is, I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. That's it. I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. It hurts too much not to. How many of you are in enough pain where you're going to do this and it hurts too much not to do it? Yes, Susan, I'm so glad you joined in. What a wonderful birthday gift. It's my time. It's my time. That's your choice. If you feel resistance is always there at the beginning and right before you reach a goal. So it's normal to feel resistance, and also your willingness to be uncomfortable and your commitment and your, like, if you've had enough pain, then that's going to be the thing that pushes you past the resistance. Are you ready? And what actions are you willing to take now? So everyone here has a different scenario, like the details. So what is one action, one baby step that you're going to take that feels uncomfortable, that you're afraid to do? And it might be a tiny thing. Or just, what is one small thing? It might be buying the book Overcoming Underearning. It might be asking about my hypnotherapy recording, or my abundance prayer, or the group coaching. It might be reaching out to have a conversation with me about all this and what this has brought up for you, and getting support on what's possible as you own your power. Or it may be with somebody else, and it may be other resources. It doesn't matter. So you must get into your discomfort zone, something that's unfamiliar. You must stretch yourself and do the uncomfortable. No one will do this for you, but you don't have to do it alone. So that's why the group space is so powerful, and community, and support of a partner, accountability, all of that. Awesome, Jamie, congratulations. Amazing. So I love it. So you went out of the comfort zone. I imagine maybe there might have been some fear around that, asking, and you did it anyway. If you would have just said, no, they'll never say yes, then you would have given yourself a no and kept yourself from a possible yes, and it took you a few months. That's fine. It took what it took. You asked and they said yes. It's amazing. Susan, thank you for sharing vulnerably that it's time to leave your partner and stop drinking and focus on your business. So you don't have to answer in the comments. You can if you want, but just consider what's the first step. Because stopping drinking, that's simple. It's not easy. It's simple. The first step could be getting rid of the alcohol in your house, and then just for the one day, committing to not drink 1 day, 1 minute, 1 hour. If going to, meetings of some kind is supportive, or going to counseling, or whatever that is. Everyone's got their own journey. Whatever steps, what baby step is there around leaving the partner? What would that, because it's like, it can feel big and scary to do that, and also, if there's things you need to take care of, like details first, or it might just be the mindset, whatever that is. And then focusing on the business, what would be the first baby step for that? Maybe it's making a business plan, maybe it's making a social media marketing plan of posting, etc. Maybe it's making some investment somewhere to help you grow your business, or invest in materials or supplies, or whatever that is for you. So there's 3 things to consider as we close. I've left you with lots of resources, ideas, ways to move forward, ways I can support you, ways you can support yourself. If nothing else, at least buy the book Overcoming Underearning if you relate to any of this. You can do the exercises yourself. You want to do something unfamiliar. The familiar has gotten you your results now. Do something unfamiliar. You want to speak up and ask for what you want, as Jamie did, and they were rewarded. Speak up and ask for what you want. What does that look like? Either in your own business, or if you're an employee. You want to let go of what's holding you back. Susan, leaving the partner, maybe that's holding you back. That's a great example. It might be or habits, drinking, if that's holding you back. Maybe even, leaving the job. I mean, my job was very dysfunctional. That was definitely holding me back. So, don't forget to follow me here on Insight Timer, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check my website. If you want that characteristics of underearning and abundance, reach out, or any of the resources I've mentioned. The hypnotherapy is so powerful to reprogramming the subconscious and limiting beliefs. And if you feel called to set up a conversation to support you in moving forward in overcoming underearning, send me a message. And don't forget the affirmation from this card. Who all remembers it? I'll pull it up. I manifest the life I desire through energy and intention. And then I would say action. First the energy, then the intention, then the action. Everything requires action. Don't go into creative avoidance. If you're a solopreneur and you don't have any clients, don't work on your website. Don't pour money into that. That's the safe action. What's the uncomfortable action? It might be going down to the shop where you want to place your goods and see about, setting them up in their store. That's the action, not making the website nobody's going to see. You're welcome, Amy. So, if you care to give a donation, follow me, all that good stuff. I will see you from Bali this weekend for Saturday Night Live. It might be with Alicia Bliss, my fellow friend and Insight Timer teacher, or it might be my traditional Saturday Night Live. Yeah, and stay tuned for more. I want to acknowledge all of you for being here and for your willingness to even, this is confronting. It's not easy to hear this stuff. And also trust that you're hearing this for a reason, because it's your time. If you're ready, it's an invitation. So much love to you. I will see you all soon. Namaste from India. See you soon in Bali. Thank you, Joe, J.E. Yay, awesome, Susan. Yeah, especially like a birthday. It's a traditional day to think about, okay, another year older, what's going to change? What's going to be different moving forward for you and anyone else, because every day is a new day. Thank you, Elena, Sandy, Joe. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Hi, Lucy. Right now I'm in southern India in Pondicherry near Auroville, if anybody knows the Divine Mother, Sri Aurobindo. I'm near 2 hours from Tiruvannamalai, which is the town of Ramana Maharshi. I was there for a few weeks. Now I'm here. Awesome, Susan. Yeah, I have this cute little apartment. The ocean is like a 2-minute motorbike ride away, 10-minute walk. Yeah, and about to be back in my Bali home for who knows how long. All right. Have a good day. See you soon.